And you're live, David. Have a great show.
Thanks, Debbie, and welcome everyone from Australia. It's great to be back, and I've got my cards, and I just wanted to see what the comments were this morning. It's morning in Australia. It's a Wednesday morning for those of you in the States or in other countries. It's always interesting how this digital realm has connected us, and how we can be having these conversations live at different times of the day, on different days, in so many different parts of the world. And I'm always excited to see just how many people come on and from which countries they come from. So Emma, good morning. Kaylee, good morning. Kaylee, you were here last week, I think. Welcome back, Kaylee. And Assel, welcome. And Assel, yeah, I'll put you down as number one, Assel, for a reading. I've got a notebook here, a notepad, so I can take some gifts. And lots of love to everyone, wherever you're coming from. Carlos, welcome. And how are you? Shared. Thank you for sharing, Carlos. I'm a little bit sleepy today, to be honest. I slept all right, and Emma wants a reading. I slept okay. I was just talking to Debbie before the show that a lot going on for a lot of us. It's an intense time in planet Earth. It's an intense time in this cosmic frequency that we share with each other. And I'm studying some of the texts that are quite interesting. And sometimes I read texts and then I just feel really tired. So anyways, it's not that interesting. And it's Emma says it's evening here in PA. Is that Philadelphia? I don't know. PA. I don't know where PA is. But welcome, Emma. And that could be. Oh, I was thinking your time zone, maybe PA. Pacific. No, maybe it's Pacific time zone. I don't really know, Emma, but welcome. And Emma, we'll do Emma's second. Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Terry. Pennsylvania. So we'll do a little bit of, I always like to talk a little bit. We'll do a bit of meditation. Please write any questions you have about what's going on in your lives, what's going on in the world. It certainly is, it certainly are interesting perspectives thrown around, and people, I notice, are quite ideologically invested, and we have to kind of get a little balance between scientific facts or what is true and our ideology. So try and consider that. Just consider that. Just spend a bit of time thinking, well, what's my ideology, and then what are the facts, and how can I deal with something that I don't like that happens to be true? That there's many examples I can think of it. Things that people don't want to be true, but they are true. And how do you deal with that? I'll give you an example that men can run faster than women. So how do you deal with a fact like that maybe you don't like, that you resist? And certain ideologies clash with the facts. Certain ideologies want to say, well, this is good morning, Michelle. This is not what I like. This is not what I want. And certain ideologies are certainly not looking at the complexities of reality. And sometimes if we deconstruct the world or crash it down, like I know there's a rebellious stage, particularly I would say when people are between about 14, 15 and about 30, or 14, 15 and 25, or whatever it is. There's this rebellious phase. We want to destroy everything that's put us in this situation. We want to crush everything. It tends to be quite naive and not very realistic, where if you've ever sort of run a business, or you've built a road, or you've constructed something, done something in the world, then you'll start to see all that's involved and all the complexities and all the energies that you rely on. You'll start to see life in a much more nuanced way, and also realize that certain things we can control, certain things we can't control, certain things we need, certain things we don't need. It's a complex system, and often there are certain hierarchies in that system, and the system has evolved and developed over a long period. And if we just crush that system, then what is going to replace it? So I've seen certain youth create chaos by destroying that which they reject, and this destruction is not really very helpful for where they want to go. If we want to evolve a system, which is where we're going, we're coming at it from a high perspective. We're coming at it from a high consciousness. And so I'd always advise coming at issues, coming at life from a higher perspective, raising your vibration, and not going down to, oh, let's throw stones, throw rocks, throw this, throw that, which I see in the media. They have people who just literally, have quite violent sort of tendencies about things they disagree with, which is very, very unhealthy. We really need to promote a message of peace and inclusivity, but not stupidity. Peace and inclusivity, but not stupidity. That's what I would say. We have to look at what is scientifically true. We have to look at what our ideologies are, because so much is driven by ideology, and even science, unfortunately, is not that scientific. Some of it is, but most of it's not that scientific. We just go back 100 years and check what was believed 100 years ago, and those things were believed as fact. This is go back a few thousand years. The people believed the earth was flat, and believed that the whole universe revolved around the earth, and that the sun revolved around the earth. So we have a lot of ideas in the past where people were very dogmatic, religious about. They even put people in prison who questioned their logic. So I see this to some extent still. They still have ideas people don't like or whatever, or that people want to put someone in prison for having an idea that's counter to theirs. And the idea that we know so much, well, we do know a lot, but we know in the context of the universe, we know a little bit, and that information is evolving and changing. And Michelle, welcome. Where are you from, Michelle? Michelle Harris, it's great to see you. Aso, it's great to have you back. And Sagil, I know Sagil, we had you before. I don't remember your name though. And I'm sorry to hear you're in a bad situation, Sagil. We did some readings during the show, so I see Stu is here. Welcome, Stu, and lots of love to Stu's in the States. And it's always great to see Stu, a real friend of the show, Stu. So great to see you. Michelle, you are in Nottingham, UK. That's wonderful. Lots of football, lots of soccer in the UK. And that's great to have you, Michelle. Thank you. And Sagil, Michelle. Sagil. I'm not sure if your name's Michelle. I'm a little bit confused now because Michelle wrote above. Okay. Lots of football. Michelle, thanks for answering. Sagil, I'm not sure if you're saying your name is Michelle. Maybe you can explain. And we can do you after Emma. All right. So I just want to raise the vibration to some extent a little bit, because these topics can get a bit heavy, and we go in so many different directions with what is true, and keep asking what is true and how you know what is true, and where did you get to that? Someone told you this is so? Someone taught you that at college? How do you believe your beliefs? How do you believe what you believe about yourself? Where did you come to those ideas? Because often people tell you something and then you believe it, or your parents told you something about yourself and you said, oh, that's me. You adopt other people's beliefs. So who are you really? Because a lot of us are a little bit confused about who we are. And I always explain it like this. You do have a body, and your body is borrowed, and it's the vessel for your consciousness, the vessel for your soul. And when your body becomes old and tired, then your soul will move on to new pastures. So if I just said you're a soul, then I would be sort of ignoring your body. You're a soul in a body, and that body also requires care and has needs and desires and wants, and it needs you to take care of it. So it's almost like a vessel for the soul. But what lasts is your soul. You keep living with your soul. So just remember that this life is temporary. You're here for a purpose, and it is a cosmic time where the planetary ascension is going on. There's photons that are flying at us, these charged photons of light and energy that are striking us. The energy has information. It's shifting our DNA. We're getting activated. It's hard to explain sometimes the light frequencies, how they are activating us. I would say it's kind of like light switches that are switching on the DNA. It's bringing more energy. There's more. If you watch a brain and you see a neuron, there's a kind of progression, a kind of evolution of that neuron being activated. And that's what's happening with our DNA, with the charged photons of light that are coming at us from the galactic core. They've been bombarding this planet for a couple of decades now, or even more, at least since the 80s, when the intensity of energy started to shift and things started to rise up. People call this the Great Awakening. So there is a collective energy, a collective shift, a collective activation happening, where our consciousness is being upgraded and our awareness is shifting. So be aware of vibration. Be aware that you are a higher vibration, that you are connected to each other. This is what we're doing now. We are connecting, having conversations. We're not alone. We're connected with each other. This is something that's being switched on, is this level of awareness, as well as coinciding with technological shifts. So our technology has changed, and that's allowing us to connect very visibly, very emotionally with other people throughout the planet. Now, the sun's solar flares are also striking the planet. So it's not just that the planetary ascension is involving the photons of light. It's also the solar flares from the sun that a lot of people speak about, which is creating more intensity, more intense energy. And this is an eruption. I'm sure you've seen pictures of the sun. These eruptions of it's almost like fire, eruptions of fire. And this is electromagnetic energy from the sun's atmosphere. And that's can be quite draining, can be quite, has a big effect on the intensity of our energy. That's light information as well, DNA activation. You may feel quite fatigued at times. You need to lie down, rest, take care of yourself. Grounding and centering is really important. Time in nature. Always say go out to the ocean, go out to the forest, go to the mountains, spend time there. That's where you're going to feel the best. that's when you're going to feel your energy come into balance. And that's really the place to go to shift this energy, because for a lot of you, there's just a greater sense of this intensifying energy, intensifying frequency, and how do you balance yourself within that field of energy. So another thing, place your hands over your solar plexus, breathe deeply into your body. Breath is really helpful and important. And I'm just going to read the comments again. Kaylee, you said I need to close the doors on a person. True need to look after your body. Thank you, Kaylee. And Sagil, you say your name is Michelle. Thank you for clarifying. So we have two Michelles. Michelle is from Nottingham, and the other Michelle, remind me where you're from. So we have this international audience, this global audience, this connection with each other. And interesting what symptoms you've noticed, if any, headaches, fatigue. For me, it's headaches and fatigue. That's what I notice. And looking after the body, honoring the body, acknowledging where it's at is really important, because maybe you have ideas that you should spend 10 hours a day working behind a computer or whatever. And maybe your body is just like, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that. So be conscious of your body, but also aware your body is giving you these messages, and sometimes you ignoring it is not really helpful. Acknowledge where it's at, acknowledge what's happening for you. And Michelle and Emma, you've felt tired, so thank you for sharing that. And it can be challenging if there's a lot going on, and you just need to, if you do have a job, you need to take time off. It's really important that you honor what's going on in your body. And reading the comments, anything else, anything I missed? And I'm interested always if people have seen any UFOs, if people have had any experiences with extraterrestrials, because that's also been happening a lot on the planet. A lot of sightings, a lot of galactic action, and it's still something that some people think is a bit of a joke, but it is real. We're not alone, and I've seen a ship myself, and particularly depending on what frequencies you see, because some people are seeing fifth dimensional frequencies. Some people can see chakras. They're able to perceive things that are outside the usual, the normal realm. They're able to perceive things that other people are not aware of. Some people can see all sorts of energies, even angels and the like. So I'm always interested if people have had experiences, what they feel about that, what these ships are here to do, because generally they're observing. That seems to be the main idea, observing what's going on this planet, and that means that we are interesting to them. So if we're interesting to them, maybe that's a good thing. For us, it means that we're doing something interesting. But they also are probably quite concerned about our behavior, especially involving any sort of war. And they're just monitoring the situation. So Kelly, thanks for sharing. I get headaches. I always think something bad will happen. Have been stats moving, and I think celebs or high NASA people know what's going on, and maybe in the stars. I don't quite follow that. Yeah, I don't think celebrities have any sort of special knowledge about extraterrestrials. But definitely the governments have a lot of access to information. They have started to release that, so that information is not being suppressed as much as it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. The secret agencies are being acknowledged. A lot of the sightings have been revealed by the government, so they are releasing their files. Some of it is still held down and suppressed, but some of it's coming out. It's not all suppressed. And NASA's an interesting organization because it's in the Cold War it was so active, and it's become less active since they went to the moon. Things have been a little bit quiet on the NASA front. And Michelle, thank you for sharing. You've seen fairies. Kaylee, you've witnessed a few ghosts in your life. So headaches, sometimes our body is giving us the headache. So the body, for me, it's too much going on. The energies are too intense. And because of all the solar flares and the charged photons of light, it's creating an intense energy for the body. The body needs to come into balance. So I wouldn't say necessarily that there's something happening, Kaylee, that's something like what you said, that's something bad. It's just the energy is intense. Your body needs to rest. So rest is very important for the body, as you know, because I'm sure you do sleep. So we just have an idea in society that sleep is bad and embarrassing, and rest is something humiliating that we should pretend that everything's great. So a lot of people have this idea that if you say you're tired, that it's kind of a weakness, which is kind of sad because every animal that I'm aware of is sleeping, and if some of you have a pet or you have a dog or a cat, you'll see that the dog, they can spend half the day sleeping without any shame, and we don't make them feel bad for that. We're like, that bad dog, it was sleeping. We don't feel that way about animals. So if human beings, we're also an animal. If we sleep, if we need to rest, it's not a sign of weakness. That's just our constitution, how we're constituted. Some people can operate on 7 hours sleep a night. Some people can operate on 9 hours a night. Some people can operate on 5 hours or 6 hours. There's an average, but there isn't like a sense of this person is bad because they sleep 10 hours a night. Why is there? Unfortunately, there are these value judgments that, this person's lazy, they went to sleep, and it's unfortunate because so many health conditions, so much of healing, it takes place when we rest. And with many of us have health conditions, and those health conditions require rest. So perhaps that maybe 10 hours a day or whatever it is, just even if your body says, today I need to go to bed, then honor that and respect that, and don't let that be something that you're ashamed of. And Kaylee, my daughter's dad saw them when he was young, the ghosts. And often children are connected to the spirit world because they have this the soul is fresh, kind of like fresh. It comes into this little infant body, and it's able to see the high frequency elements. It's able to see spirit guides and angels and ghosts, and it's able to activate that, see that, until society starts telling the child, no, you're imagining it, you're pretending. You unfortunately we don't tell our children the truth, and I mean, it's usually just ignorance. It's not that it's bad intention. We think that children are imagining things when children are often seeing way more than what we can see, and they're aware of way more than we're aware of. And instead of honoring that, we're suppressing it, which is kind of sad. And so kids can definitely have access to the spirit world, can see beyond much more effortlessly than adults. Often adults sort of suppress all their gifts, and almost like we start over again learning things that we knew as a child intuitively and innately. And Anna, we can come to Anna Eva. And Eva, may I ask for an update about John? Yeah, I'll pick a card for you, Anne. We'll see if any message comes through for you. Michelle, I always think that if there's so many different insects, say butterfly, there must be a lot of different varieties of us. So I believe in different versions of us. Yeah, and that's really true. Multiplicity. We look on the planet and we see how nature fills us with varieties. Of, you just think of trees and plants and the number of species, thousands and thousands of species of all sorts of things. So we have a bit of, we have a bit of variety as a human race, although people don't like to talk about that. But you do see differences in different cultures and in different expressions of humanity. Some people can run faster than others. Some people can different types. You do see different features or different qualities in different people. So there's a lot of variety in humanity. But we kind of look alike, but everyone does look different as well. So but so much variety. So there's many versions of human beings, absolutely, and it seems like from my reading and from my own experience that human beings are a hybrid race, that we come from other collections of extraterrestrial races. And so Michelle, yeah. Oh, Michelle. Okay, we'll put Michelle on the list. I'm just catching up. Sorry with the comments. Yeah, so I believe there's different versions of us, almost like where we came from. That we are hybrid species. So we have different DNA. Enmeshed with our own DNA, and that's part of the importance of these upgrades, that our DNA is getting switched on, and this is going to be interesting. What our actual abilities are, perhaps quite unexpected, with certain alien races that we are an expression of. And Emma, I sleep 8 hours or more. That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing. Kaylee, yes, it's true that the young people, we can learn from the young people. Michelle, I think I responded to you, Michelle. And Emma, I've been told I'm clairvoyant. I think you mean clairvoyance. Kaylee, would you pick a card for me if there's enough time? Okay. So we've got quite a quite a few people on the list. Michelle, so I just think aliens are just different breeds of us. Yeah, Michelle, definitely. If you think of another planet, I think we've seen other planets in films. So we've seen different versions of what it could be like, but also NASA takes a lot of pictures of other planets, so we get a sense of the variety of what we were talking about. You know, you look at Jupiter and Saturn and Mars. You see, you do see a lot of different conditions, and you know, like when we talk about aliens, I think I mean, what are we talking about? Because there's so many aliens on this planet. There's so many funny creatures, interesting creatures, even like turtles. My neighbor has a pet turtle, and that's like a bit of an alien. So the idea of life forms being alien, I think that word alien has a lot of sort of strange ideas and charge with it, with the energy of it, because of the films they made. They're quite terrifying films, because there would be lots of different life forms. And even on this planet, it's like we've got enough on this planet. So many. It's just fascinating when you watch David Attenborough, you watch those documentaries and see the life that we have. And just going back a few thousand years when there were dinosaurs, and you think, imagine dinosaurs roaming this earth, and how that, I mean, they seem like aliens. They really do. They're like, wow, these dinosaurs were pretty epic. And they were on this earth, so they weren't actually what we call aliens. But if you had to go back a million years ago or whatever it was, and see the earth back then, you would think this was a different planet. I mean, imagining just seeing a Tyrannosaurus Rex in your backyard. So it's pretty amazing when we think of the dinosaurs and what the earth was like with the dinosaurs. So I with the context of what I've said to you, I believe there's humanoid people living on other planets like us, that there's humanoids, but there would be, like, we have, you know, a million species of birds. I mean, their planets would also have all sorts of species. Well, it depends on the planet, would have different species of animals. So I think what we're talking about is intelligent life, and I definitely do believe that there's human-like species on other planets. And Kelly, can you sense back in them days? Yeah, I think they're all different planets with a life on. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to find life on this solar system, because there's a lot of people who believe there was life on Mars. So that's an interesting one. I'm always looking at pictures of Mars and seeing if I can find any traces of civilization, because there seems to be a tradition that there was life on Mars, that there was that Mars was really quite a vibrant planet. There's people who talk about life on Venus. So even in our own solar system, there's signs of some life, and sensing what's what's out there on. Well, going back a million years would be really interesting. Yeah, the dinosaurs, I think they were pretty reptilian, most of them. There were even flying dinosaurs, so that would have been really interesting. So it would have been a little bit different from what we have now, but it would be great to travel back in time. All right, so because we're running out of time, I'm just going to do like a very quick meditation, connecting our feet into the earth, closing your eyes, shifting your awareness into your body, and feeling your connection to the earth, to Mother Earth, centering and grounding your energy. Feeling a grounding cord that goes through your feet to the center of the earth, connecting you to the earth's source frequency, the healing frequency of Mother Earth. And breathing into your body deeply as you feel your weight dancing with the earth, connecting with the earth, harmonizing with Gaia. You are part of her and she is part of you. And as you breathe into yourself, breathing into the earth, feeling all the expressions of yourself, all the thoughts that you've had in your mind, feeling them all become like a stream, become filled with harmony and flow, grounding that all into the earth, so that you become present with your true nature. So that you become aware of the consciousness that you are. So that you release all the fear and agitation in your mind, giving this over to Mother Earth and allowing her sense of safety, calm, support, trust, love, joy, and balance to permeate throughout your being, to connect to all parts of you as they come into balance and harmony with the frequency of Mother Earth. Journeying to the center of the earth and allowing your body, your heartbeat, to become coordinated with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Allowing your breath to become coordinated with the breath of Mother Earth. And as you imagine this connection and coordination with Earth, so it is manifested in your reality. And coming back to your body awareness, you may stretch out your arms and your legs, stretching out your body, bringing yourself back to this waking consciousness. When you're ready, opening your eyes, massaging your head, your face, and bringing this energy fully into your waking consciousness. And we'll get to the readings now, Michelle, and Assel, you feel free to ask a question. So we're just going to do a couple of quick readings, pick some cards, and just going to drink the tea. Assel, you can feel free to send in your question. And we're starting with Assel, so we'll do a quick reading for Assel. So I'm just going to align the frequency, clear the energy. And I'm going to connect to Assel. So connecting to Assel. And welcome, Kim. And thank you, Kaylee. So Assel, yes, sorry about that. I was just doing the cards and reading the messages. That's the problem. The messages keep coming up, and then it's I get a little bit distracted. So sorry about that, Assel. I'm feeling like there's a soul contract here. The message really is time to move on. That's the message I get for you, Assel. Yeah, I get the message, the time to move on. When something doesn't work out, often there's a soul lesson, there's a soul growth attached to that, and holding on to that it's kind of like an addiction that we have, but it's not healthy to do that. And I speak from a certain personal experience. So the lesson, I mean, the way forward is to learn the lesson and move on, as hard as that is. I know it is hard. But not to think that person's going to change, because that expectation is too much. I'm just going to see, Assel, it feels like you just need to be a little bit more patient. There is a world card that comes up for you. There is travel, connection to the world. There's more. So this is saying expand your vision. This world card. It's oh, you can't see it so well. No. Sorry. Oh, there we go. So Assel, it's saying expand your vision. You have resources available to you. You've become a bit narrow in your vision, clinging on to the past, and let go of the past. Let it be in the past, and remember to awaken your clarity of thought, because there's another card coming through. And it's saying that this energy is coming forth here. You need to get to work on that and devote yourself to getting more insight and clarity. Do the work to clear this field, and then you'll get more clear, because this card indicates that this is where things are getting blocked. And if you clear the energy, expand your perspective, open up this third eye vision, then you will start getting more clear about your life. The World card is saying that this is opening up for you. This vibrant life is opening up for you. It's time for you to step into that and take proactive actions. Shift the energy. Do more meditation. Shift your own personal power, clarity. But you're a little bit stuck in your personal power region, your personal vision. This energy needs to clear. You need to become more grounded in your body and clear in your inside, in your clear sentience. So both things are happening for you. You need to ground yourself and you need to open up that. So it's interesting because I talk about being in a soul, in a body, and for you, both things are calling you. That the body is saying, I need to be more grounded, and the soul is saying, I need to start activating you and bringing these messages forth, and for you to activate your life. So I'll pick another message for you, Asor. And this is saying, trust your path, Asor. You know, if you could be and do anything in the world, what would you be and do? If you could have anything in your life, what would it be? So trust your path, because I keep getting this nagging feeling you're not trusting. And this card is telling you to trust. So, feel free to contact me after the show, Asor, and we can talk more. But lots of love to you, and good luck. And clearing the energy now, because next we will have Emma Sloan. And Emma, you came on at the beginning. I don't know if you're still there, asking for a reading. Emma Sloan. And you're in Pennsylvania, Emma. All right, Emma. Well, I love the angle of your picture. That's really cool. It's you've got this beautiful angle. And let's see what's coming through for you, Emma. All right, so what jumps out at me, Emma, is the need for rest and rejuvenation. You are getting caught up in a lot of energies that are depleting your energy. So it's really important you take more time out and start to connect more with yourself. Because things are quite cloudy. There is some opportunities coming your way. I see one opportunity opening up that's really strong. That's going to keep you very productive. You do feel like you've got quite a productive energy. I'm just reading the question. I'll come back to the question. So Emma, I'm still here. Well, Joe and I work things out. This is something where it does look like there's still lessons to be learned here. It looks like there is a connection here. I'm seeing the number 3, so that could have some meaning with you. With Joe, because I feel like it's going to come together and then go apart again. So things will come together and then go apart again. So that's what I'm feeling, Emma. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, Emma, there's a sense of your healing requiring a little bit of patience, and you kind of want everything right now, and just breathe and slow things down a little bit and get more of a broader perspective and slow it down. That's the message coming through, Emma. You don't need to rush so much. It doesn't need to all happen now. And even if it did all happen now, like, you wouldn't know what to do with it. So just remember there's 365 days in a year, and just slow down. So thank you so much, Emma. And that was beautiful. I love your picture, and you're a creative soul. So thank you for coming on. Just reading the questions. Thank you, Assel, for coming on. Emma, thank you. Anna, may I ask for an update? So we're just running out of time, but we'll get to Sagil next. Where should I go to escape Zephania? So we'll do Sagil. Melinda Gulick. Will Jackie and Mama Gina be willing to help me financially? Michelle, I'm still here. Okay, Michelle, we'll get to you. So I know I'm taking too long to get to everyone. We just need to go really quickly. So apologies for that. And Sagil, we're going to start with you. So Michelle, let's have a look at the cards. Michelle. All right, so there's powerful cards coming to you. This is Sagil, Michelle. There's powerful things happening to you, Sagil. Powerful cards. All right. Let's have a look. All right, so there's definitely a divine plan here. I feel like you're very caught up in this idea of romance, and you really do need to take a step back. But there's also this powerful opportunity coming. Work in your work life. There's this powerful opportunity here, and there's also a sense of being supported, a sense of victory. So there is a female energy that's supporting you. So she is going to be a big support for you. But you're stepping into something as well. It feels like you're really stepping into your power here. So just observe how that works out for you, Michelle, and keep going with it. I would caution against the idea of escaping. It sounds that word escape. Remember to come back to your power. So that's the key here. Come back to your power. There isn't a clear opportunity for you opening up, but come back to your power, Michelle, and that's gonna be the most important message to come through. Come back to your power. And we'll move on to Anne and Eva. I posted the question. All right, so just clearing the energy, and sorry, these are getting quite short because of the time. And feel free to connect with me off the show, and you can also do that. And So I'm feeling a lot of thinking going on here, Anne, and it feels like John is also, there's also a lot of thinking, and this is clouding your relationship. It's not it's too much thinking. Well, that's, yeah, it's just that there's a lot of thinking going on, and so this is calling you to shift the energy. So the important bit is to change that frequency, change that vibration, because this man is there as a teacher, and he is a potential love interest, but the energy needs to change, and you need to change your energy. Be open to feel safe and comfortable to open up and share your feelings. So I feel like there's a lot that's stuck here with him, and your relationship needs to shift. So to change that relationship is going to require you to change your orientation, to move more into gratitude, appreciation, into things that are going to allow more of a high frequency, more of a loving frequency. I'm seeing flowers around you, and maybe that means something to you. Flowers around you. I'm seeing food as well. But this relationship is it's almost like you need to open up like a flower. You need to have more romance. Bring the romance, because otherwise it's stuck. So I hope that makes sense, and good luck, Anne. I could talk about this a bit more, but we are running out of time. So be like a flower, and remember that this relationship's quite stuck in the head, and you need to shift that. So happy birthday for tomorrow, and everything's energy and vibration, and so remember that. So remember, everything's energy, vibration. So shift the energy. So Michelle Harris, we're gonna do Michelle Harris. Just clearing the energy now. And Michelle, what a beautiful young lady you are. And it's great to have young people like Michelle who are interested in their spirituality and interested in spiritual growth, because the whole future of the world is going to be in the hands of this of the youth. Oh, okay, Michelle, please share your picture, because if you put a picture of your daughter, then I can't really do a reading for you. So we'll have to move on to Kaylee Farragon. Kaylee Farragon. I'm just reading your, because would have loved what doors need closing, what you said in my reading before, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means, Kelly, but I'm going to see what cards come through, and we'll just see what's happening with that. Just clearing the energy a bit, Kaylee. Kaylee. Yeah, so the cards are quite interesting for you, Kaylee. There's some kind of activation happening with and a door to value opening up. But there's healing energy coming through. There's a lot of healing energy coming through. you can call on Archangel Raphael. It's a soft energy. It's a gentle energy. You really have this healing card coming up for you. So I believe that's an energy that's being activated within you. So you may find that your abilities to heal yourself and other people are being activated. Remember, you can start with yourself. So start healing yourself, heal thyself, because this energy is bringing divine consciousness into your hands. So shift your intention and make that a healing intention. That's going to help. That's going to unblock the stuck energy and revitalize your life force. So affirm that this positive healing energy is filling you up, and you can call up the Archangel Raphael, and Raphael is coming to support you. Raphael has a beautiful healing energy, beautiful green energy surrounded by pink, and that's like waves to your heart, Kaylee. So that's really helpful, that you'll be able to open your heart and heal your heart, because Raphael's gonna help you shift your heart center, and that's gonna really open doors for you, because there is more work coming your way, and it's telling you that you are of value. You are here to be of value to the planet. We need your energy, Kaylee. So things are moving, and you're not alone. Your ancestors sit with you. So thank you so much, Kaylee. And Michelle, just I'll pick a card for your daughter. What's her name? So maybe you could let me know what her name is. And welcome, Dawn. That's great to have you here. And what a beautiful name, Autumn. I love that. And there's a great film. Is it called 100 Summers? 100 Days of Summer? Or I don't know if anyone watched that film, 100 Days of Summer, but in the end of the film, he meets Autumn, because Summer is the name of his girlfriend in this film, and he meets Autumn at the end. So that's kind of the happy ending. I think it's called 100 Days of Summer. Has anyone watched? No, it's 500 Days of Summer. Has anyone watched this film? Because I was just watching something about it last night, and it's got like Zoe, I don't know how you know her name. Zoe is in it, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a romantic film. A kind of, I don't know if it's a comedy. Like, I would just say it's a kind of cool film about a man who falls in love with a girl who doesn't believe in true love. But in the end of the film, he meets Autumn. So if any of you are interested, it's called 500 Days of Summer. And Michelle, we're going to look at Autumn now. So Autumn. Yeah, I am feeling a lot of musical energy here. It feels like there's a real... this soul is here to express music, Autumn. And it's almost like there's a connection with the ethers, with more of the spiritual side. There's a door to spirit. So these cards are very... they're very, very high vibration spiritual. So it's saying really she's got a connection to spirit that's very strong. So I would encourage you to support that connection to spirit, because she's opening up a door for other people. And she's also got a connection with the healing connection of Archangel Raphael. But this is telling me she needs more rest. She needs to pace herself more. She's trying to achieve too much too quickly, and also she needs to move and dance. So if she's feeling a bit stuck, it would really help her to dance, to do something to shift her vibration, because she's got this beautiful gift, this beautiful connection with spirit, and she's here to connect to the angels, connect to spirit. It's a doorway that's open, beautiful healing energy. She can call up Archangel Raphael. She does need to rest and really sleep more, and to shift her vibration, dance. So dance is gonna really help. She's a wonderful spirit, a wonderful energy, and so cherish her, take care of her, because she's come to teach you lessons. She's come to help you as well. So there's a co-creative aspect of why she's chosen you and you've chosen her. And so that's a very wonderful connection. So thank you for sharing, Autumn, and thank you, Michelle, for coming through. And thank you to all for all your participation and comments and interaction, and for sharing so much with me today. And I wish you all a beautiful week. And I will see you next week. Remember, you can connect with me on YouTube or Facebook, or you can set up a session on heal.me as well. So you can also donate. That would be appreciated. And have a beautiful week, and lots of love to everyone.